Hey, what's up guys? Wrapping up Artisan Spotlight Week with Heritage Hill using Washington. We'll go over scent notes, the ingredients, pricing, all of that. But first, I am using a straight this shave. I want to preface this whole shave. Any any blood is not due to the soap or this razor. As you can see, I have a lot of irritation. I haven't shaved in a few days. When I do that and sweat a lot, I get this. This weekend was, anyway, so we're gonna use this beautiful Dovo. Look at this puppy. Look at that edge glistening. But yeah, this Dovo was sent by Timothy. I don't want to give his last name out. He reached out to me on Etsy and asked if I could home this for him. He had a terrible experience with the straight razor company that I won't name, because I don't want to put any straight razor companies out there in a bad light, but they sent me a razor way back, like 2019, I believe, and it was absolutely awful. Anyway, so that's where we'll leave it. But I put tape on it, tape on the spine, Timothy, because I know you're going to watch this. I taped the spine so there's not going to be any spine wear, especially with that gold. You know, I don't want to, I never with a nice razor will just hone on the spine. That's not something I do. So two layers of, I'll show you. 2 layers of number 33, Super 33 by Scotch. 2 layers of tape there, and that's how I completed it. So when you go to rehome this, that's what you'll do, or you can send it to me and I'll hone it again. But again, Washington, let's get to this. So Heritage Hill, Washington, Tobacco Bay, Jasmine, Patchouli, Sweet Orange, and Fir Needle. I do have this soap blooming. I don't know if I told you or not, but I do have pre-shave on. It is Parasso Green. Check it out. Parasso Green pre-shave. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's so difficult to pick a favorite scent from Heritage Hill for me. This is up there though. I thought Midnight Ride and Libertas were gonna be my top 2, but I don't know. Every time I smell another one, it kind of gets me right in the olfactories. 3-ounce tubs from Heritage Hill, $9.99 per tub or $3.33 per ounce. We are coming in with, just get my load here. Coming in with beef tallow, stearic acid, shea butter, cocoa butter, avocado oil, castor oil, water, glycerin, and fragrance. And yeah, just a phenomenal base here. No issues whatsoever. It is noob friendly if you're new to wet shaving, and most definitely if you've been in the game for a while like me and just want a good base that works 99.999% of the time, this is it. That can't be said for all artisans, of course. I wouldn't say really many of us homemade artisans, but a lot of the larger guys that have stuff probably made overseas and then whatever. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about that. All right, let's get into it. I can't wait to try this Dovo out, I'll tell you that right now. Oh, man. Yeah, Timothy reached out and he was talking to me about this other brand that kind of gets stuff from overseas, renames it themselves, and then, or gets it shipped, you know, with their name on it. They do zero honing. They literally just get them out of the box and then ship them out to their customers at remarkable price increases or markups, whatever you want to call it. Just absolutely absurd. For instance, and I know this because I sell straight razors, nowhere near what the markup. I mean, they're selling it at 3 times what I'm selling them for. And I'm making a decent profit on my straights that I sell. So if they're selling them 3 times more, you know, they're making a killing. And that's why they do a lot of marketing and stuff. But anyway, that's beyond the point really. He bought one from that company and essentially asked my opinions on them, and I gave him my opinion straight out, and he was like, okay, well, that's being tossed in the trash, and I'm gonna go get something else. And so he picked up this Dovo. The only thing with Dovo is, I'll show you guys really quick, and you honers will know, or is the stabilizer. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Do I have a towel? I do. All right. Since we're going to start the first pass anyway, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So the stabilizer is this piece right here. Okay. Now the Dovos have it far too low. Like, this hunk of metal here is far too low. So when I'm, for instance, I have my my 5K, which is this one. This is my Shapton 5K. It's such a weird angle, and something that I would do if I were an owner of this Dovo, I would take my Dremel, which don't worry, I have not touched this with the Dremel at all, but I would take my Dremel right here, and I would 150% grind, not the edge, but just that stabilizer there down. So when I'm honing it, it's not like bumping up every time I'm over the stone. You got to hone it at it's a pain in the butt. But these Dovos take great edges. So let's get started. Take the glasses off. I should probably actually leave them on so I can see if I'm bleeding a whole lot. Something else that's kind of wonky on this is the pin here. It's you know, it's tight enough to be able to hold this, but there is some play. Look. There is some play there. So I'm going to take my peening hammer before I send this back to Timothy and just tighten it up a little bit so there's not so much play in that. That's frustrating, you know, because this is how I hold my razor, and it just kind of wiggles. I don't like that. Very nice though. Very, very nice razor. Now this is an extra hollow. And it being an extra hollow, with the tape on it, probably gets it to around, because you're not having the same hone wear on the spine as you do on the edge, right? So the bevel angle is what I'm getting at. The bevel angle is probably around 13 to 14. So you could always put hone wear on this. Like I said, I can't bring myself to put hone wear on $100 plus. This might even be $200 or $300. I have no idea. Razor, I can't do it unless specifically told to do it. I can't do it. If you can't tell, this thing is mowing the growth down, absolutely no effort. I think you're going to be very happy with this, Timothy. By the time you receive this razor, this video may not even be uploaded yet. I have a couple in the queue prior to this. But yeah, this is, I haven't honed a lot of Dovos. This is for sure my third or fourth, but maybe even fifth or sixth. It's not my first, it's not my second, it's not my third, but I have not honed a whole bunch of them. I get a lot of, not Dovo, can't think of the brand right now. Peter actually sends me the razors that he has. But yeah, I get a lot of those. I get a lot of, I've only had a couple of whackers. Those are very nice. The pinning on the whackers are a little weird, if I'm being honest. And by the way, if you didn't notice how it was cutting, I mean, it is slicing through the growth. But the whacker's pin is a little weird. It's like way too far up from my experience, the ones I've dealt with. See how this is kind of pinned? This is actually pinned perfectly, in my opinion, you know? But you see how it's kind of pinned right there? The whackers, for whatever reason, pin like somewhere back here. It's crazy. It's crazy how far back they pin the razor, but anyway. We'll do a second pass. I don't want to put... I don't think I really ever do a full 3-pass shave with someone else's razor. Just not something I don't want to put excessive wear, right? Like the first pass gets 90+% of the growth anyway, so. Absolutely phenomenal scent on Heritage Hill. I know I haven't spoken about Heritage Hill. There's only, look, I'm going to be honest with you. When you have such a great company as Heritage Hill, right? Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this. Heritage Hill donates 5% of all purchases to the Hidden Battles Foundation, which supports first responders and their mental health, PTSD, that type of thing. So, anyways, back to what I was saying before, because I wanted to say that in every single video, and I have at this point. But Heritage Hill is such a great company. Like, the base is phenomenal. I can only rave about a base so much, right? Like, the base is phenomenal. You can't go wrong with the base. The 4 scents I have, Patriot, Libertas, Washington, Midnight Ride. I think they have probably 2 or 3 other scents that I have not smelled, but just off of the 4 that I have, all winners. Great company, ran by great people, and they have great products. Okay, so how much more can I rant and rave about Heritage Hill, you know? If you haven't tried them, you need to, trust me. You will not be unsatisfied. I guarantee it. And yeah. Now the scents, read the scent profiles. Like I said, for me, every single scent that I've tried, phenomenal. But read their scent profiles. Maybe there's something you would like more than another, but for me, they've all been great. We'll do our across the growth pass here really quick. This is typically where the irritation starts to kind of swell up a little bit. Hopefully it won't, but it probably will. When I'm done with the shave, I'm going to completely dry this razor off. I'm going to get some cotton swabs and wipe this thing down from toe all the way back to heel. The edge and everything, just being very careful. And yeah, I will get it stropped again and sent on its way to Timothy. I sent the message to Timothy earlier today and asked him, you know, hey, I plan on, you know, getting the razor home and whatnot tonight. And, you know, I always ask before I just make a video with someone's razor, you know, do you want me, because I'll be honest with you, most guys do not want me to use their straights when I'm done with them. They want them honed, sent back. Perfectly fine with me. I don't mind. That's perfectly fine, you know. It's their razor, it's not mine. So I'd say about 90% of razors I hone on a monthly basis never show up on video because guys don't want them seen, or don't want me using them more than likely. So it's like, okay, not a problem. I asked Timothy. Timothy was like, oh no, please use it on the video. So here we are. Yeah, you're gonna be very happy with this, Timothy. It would not. Did you say you were shaving with? I don't remember if you said you were shaving with this prior to sending it to me, or I don't know. I don't remember what you said, but this thing wasn't cutting. It was not cutting at all. Hanging hair test, like I couldn't even saw the hair in half. So. But yeah, these Dovo extra hollows, dude, you can't go wrong. Well, it was not the bloodbath that I expected. I will attribute that to a great soap and a very, very keen edge with not too much pressure, you know, with the edge. Very, very light pressure. You have a bit more leeway, and I've talked about this before on edges, but you have a bit more leeway whenever you're using a natural stone as opposed to a synthetic, right? A finishing stone. That's what I'm talking about. So this edge that I have on here, Timothy wanted the sharpest available. Well, sharpest I have currently is my Nanawa, my Super Stone, Nanawa Super Stone 12K. That's the sharpest that I have. And so that's what this is finished on, which is right here. I think you can probably read that. I don't know. It's gonna say like Nanawa SS made in Japan or something like that. SS 12,000, that's the Super Stone 12,000 grit. That's what this is. This is a synthetic stone. What I would have preferred to finish it on is either my Arkansas, huge slab of arc right there. It's like, it's a full inch. Or my Azuku or Shobudani J-Nats. And he wanted the sharpest possible. And without working it for hours on the J-Nat, the synthetic 12K is the sharpest that I'll be able to get it. Again, without working it for hours with some slurry, Tomo slurry. I say hours, it's really not hours. I'm using one of our splashes, by the way. This is my tester splash from, I don't even know how long. This is Midnight Moods. Very nice. But yeah, so he wanted the sharpest available, so I gave him the 12K. If you didn't know, Midnight Moods is now available along with Emerald Pools, Soap Splash, and EDP. EDPs and samples are only at nightwatchsoapco.com. I think in the future, possibly, Jason will want, at the razor company, Jason will want some EDPs. But at the moment, the razor company does not have any of our EDPs. So that is that. Oh, all right, let's check out our work with the specs. Oh yeah, I mean, we do not have any blood, period. No blood. But like I said, I have tons of irritation. It happens when I sweat a lot, which I've been cutting grass a lot. So, and then also when I don't shave for a while, I just start breaking out. So it is what it is. But no big cuts, no big issues. Yeah, my face looks horrible now. I mean, it did before, but all right, guys. that's the shave. Ending Artisan Spotlight Week, like I said, with Heritage Hill, phenomenal company, Washington. And the Dovo. Let's go ahead and get this puppy cleaned up, dried off, cleaned up, and stropped and sent back to Timothy. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next shave.